Hi guys, we're up in my workroom. I've been to Poundland today and I bought this, what do they call it? Neon magazine file. It's cardboard, thick cardboard, and I thought I'd make myself a rubber band powered car. So this will basically be the same as one made out of a cardboard box. I'll draw some lines on it, cut it out, drill some holes. I'll use barbecue skewers for axles, CDs for wheels, and bottle tops for the wheel hubs, I should think. That's the way I usually go. I think I'll probably try and use sticky tape instead of hot glue to do any sticking, because I often get asked to do things without using my hot glue gun. So that's what we'll do. Put the camera on a tripod and get going. I've cleaned myself a bit of space on my bench here so we can mark up the box. It's just over the length of my ruler, so I can't draw a straight line down there. I've got this, which is a bit of aluminium, which is a bit longer, so I can use that to draw some lines. Don't know how wide that is, it doesn't really matter, but that's, according to me, 38mm. So what I'm going to do is line that up with the bottom edge of the box. It's got a bit of a bend in it. Let's do it this way, right? Bottom edge of the box there, and this corner just here. And I draw a line. Right, I don't know if that marker is going to dry. I think this is shiny stuff that this doesn't dry on, so I might use a different pen. Okay. Do the same thing on this side. So, on the bottom edge there. The corner there. So we should be able to draw a line straight across there. And that's what we're going to cut out. We're going to cut along there, across there, and along there. We're going to need a sharp knife. And all the rest of this is scrap that I might be able to use for something else. But it's only this bit we're going to use. The back of the car will be at this end, the front of the car will be at this end. We can attach the rubber band here somewhere, and the axle will go through here, or through here somewhere, and through there somewhere, front and back. lining the ruler up with the edge. So that's where we'll make one hole, just there. Another hole there. Now you'll need something sharp to make a hole with. I happen to have a tool here called an awl, A-W-L, which is just a spike with a handle on it. And the hole will need to be big enough for your barbecue skewer to be a very free run in it. So I'll need to open this hole out in a bit more, but I'll make the holes first. Got a screwdriver here. Yep, that should be okay. Now we need to cut these. Going to need a sharp knife, and you have to be very careful. Doesn't feel very sharp. I have to trim that back a bit. Yeah, that's not working for me. If you can get something to rest that on, it'll be easier to cut. But don't put your hand underneath or you'll cut straight through your fingers. As you're pushing into it, it's collapsing in on the knife, which makes it tighter. I'll save this, I won't throw it away, but we don't need it anymore. That's our car. Barbecue skewers. There's a couple. You will find some barbecue skewers are just not straight, so you might have to search through your pack and find the straightest ones. These two are a bit straighter. They're also a little bit thicker. You will find quite a variation when you buy cheap barbecue skewers. You might want to trim out Now we need to make the wheels. Oh, one other thing before we make the wheels. I'm going to make a hole at the front here so we can attach the rubber band, because you don't attach the rubber band to the front axle. Quite a few people have copied my designs and they miss this important bit. You don't put the rubber band on there. You will be attaching it to the back axle, but only by looping it round it so it holds itself in place. But if you attach it to the front axle can't spin round, so your car goes nowhere. The front wheels are locked solid. What you need to do is attach the rubber band somewhere at the front here. You can put a hole up here, and then you can loop the rubber band through the hole and tie it to itself. So make a hole in the middle here somewhere. Make sure you don't make a hole in your finger. Then you'll be able to attach the rubber band there. Right, we need some CDs and some bottle tops. 4 CDs, and 8 bottle tops. Normally I'd use hot glue and glue the bottle top over the middle of the CD, and the reason I do that is that hole is much too big for your barbecue skewer, whereas these plastic bottle tops, these particular ones I get from my milk, and they've actually got a dimple in the middle, so you can even mark the middle easily and push a hole through, so you can get the centre of that. They also happen to be, there's a little ridge going around the middle of these CDs, and you can actually find the middle position, because that ridge lines up within the middle of there. You'll still probably find you don't get it exactly in the middle, because I never do, But now I'm going to try just putting sticky tape over this to hold it in place. Normally I'd run some hot glue around there. Never tried doing it this way before, so we're learning as we go along. If this doesn't work, I'll go back to my normal hot glue method. Give it a try, see what happens. That's the centre. Not perfect, but I think that'll do. So I'll do the other three. That's all 4 wheels ready. That looks all right. Need to make sure there's a little bit of a gap either side so it freely runs. Well, that looks okay. I'll cut the spare off that we don't need. I'll go and find some rubber bands and try it out. One thing you will find is if your rubber bands are too strong, then you'll get wheel spin. The wheels won't grip very well. In which case, you'll have if you have a look in my video description, you'll see a link on how to put rubber strips over the wheels to give them more grip. That's cut from some rubber gloves, but you can use balloons to do the same thing. I picked these up in Poundland, rubber bands. I don't think they are rubber actually. I think they're made of something else. Let's join the rubber bands together. Like that. Or if I do that again, push the loop through there, push the other loop through the first loop, and then pull it. Which I think we can do with 4 anyway. So I'll do that again. Loop, that loop, through that loop, pull it. That's 4 rubber bands. Now we need to connect it to this end. So if we can push it through that hole, and then push the whole lot through there. That's got it tied nicely at the front. At the back, you roll it over itself, and that holds it in place. If you've left some of the barbecue skewer sticking out, it's easier to turn that than turn the wheels, because if you turn the wheels they might start slipping on the shaft. We'll go and give it a try. That worked. Summary time. What have we got? We've got a rubber band powered car made from a cardboard magazine file with CDs, plastic bottle caps, sticky tape, barbecue skewers and rubber bands. The rubber bands came from Poundland, the barbecue skewers came from Poundland, the CDs came from Poundland, the magazine file came from Poundland, the bottle tops came from my breakfast milk. What tools did we need? We needed a sharp knife to cut the cardboard, and we needed some sort of sharp spike instrument. A nail would do, but I had a tool called an awl, A-W-L, which is a wooden handled spike, and I push the holes through, and then I enlarge the holes to make sure that the wheels are a free run, or the axles are a free run inside the holes. And we leave a little gap on either side so that the wheels don't rub against the bodywork when they're going forwards. And the rubber band we attach to the axle by wrapping it over itself, which is difficult to do with one hand when you've got the camera in the other hand. Let's see if we can do it one-handed. Yep, we've done it. Just about. Job done.